Hi, I'm dressed up as you can see. I decided to take it up a notch. This isn't a final form. I had been really amazed over the weekend by those cross-dressers who can really do it well. And I don't even like calling it cross-dressing, really. What I'm aiming for is female impersonation. Um, that's another name. I had seen old videos of talk show episodes like Donahue and Sally Jesse Raphael, where these men would get do some essentially what I'm doing now, or I'm practicing, I'm improving on right now, and they would typically impersonate some famous celebrity, usually a singer, um, and they would perform in the role pretending to be that singer, and they would do gigs like in Las Vegas and so forth. uh, Lacage of Fall, might be butchering it slightly, is an entertainment, essentially a company or venue. It's an entertainment venue, where they have a lot of those female impersonators. Not that I would necessarily know how to be able to compete, but I wanted to see. I'm getting going back a little bit to see contouring, and I you've seen my videos in the past when I'm dressed up, and that seems more like my normal look, like a more bland look if I were impersonating a woman. Um, but man, I had seen this one. Um, he's on Facebook, and he's on. I saw him first on YouTube. There's a video of um, the headline was cross dressers who took it up, not took it up, and not who brought it to the next level. The title was something like that. Um, so I found out his name in one of the comments. Michaela, Micaela. That's the stage name. That's the pseudonym, the female persona name. Um, WIE, or WE. I think it's WEISB. No, WEIBISCH. I saw the photos. It's amazing. It's more like this, and I wanted to take it up a notch. So I went back to those videos I had seen about how to do drag. How to drag by young drag artists and how they do it, which is different from the more normal look I had used before. And see, I was puzzled at the beginning. At the beginning, I was simply writing down, all right, what's the order in which you um, put on makeup? And it was confusing because the techniques seemed different. So so when I was looking at these more drag oriented videos, which look a lot more convincing, in some sense, I mean the contour, and I mean I'm still getting over Michaela's look. I mean, just oh, wow. There's a whole different order, and this seems to be what he did. This seems to be closer to what he did. I It was amazing, particularly the contouring here. So, um, so I just wanted to do this and see how it comes out. The lighting is darker, a bit darker, but I can already tell just from a practice run. This is a practice run. Um, what they did. Oh, what they did was use a brush, whereas I have a fine point pen, almost like felt tip pen for eyeliner. But um, one of the companies, Dafni Girls, um, it's one of those makeover companies that caters to cross-dressers at all, cross-dressers and female impersonators, so forth, the same idea. And they used a higher class of technique. They used a lot more brushes, and they would use a lot more products on the face. So that's what I was going for. So I noticed that rather than my eyeliner, just soft felt eyeliner that I would run on like this, they had a brush. Now, see, I bought a whole set of like 13 brushes, a set of like 13 or 16 brushes. And when I would do it what I would call the old way, the way that you had been seeing me, um, it had I had barely used any of those brushes. I had been using beauty blenders. But now, for example, I used a lip brush instead of just a lipstick and just put it on. I used a lip liner, and then I actually applied the lip brush to the lipstick and then applied it. Perhaps it allows for more evenness and so forth. Um, I didn't want to get the flakiness. That's what I was concerned about. This might be deceiving. I don't know. The lighting and the quality of the video may be off, but um, I wanted to get that nice contour really. Um, and I noticed something right away that is sort of a journal for myself too. Um, that I'd been putting on bronzer and then putting on the contouring, whereas they had foundation. Well, they had moisturizing for the face, and then foundation, and then the creamy, liquidy makeup first, which makes sense, and then um, the powdered the setting powder, which should enable the liquidy makeup to set in, and then they go a second time. That's one of the big discoveries, the big revelations I had. They would go in a second time. They would wait for it to, quote, bake for about 5 minutes, and then they would put on the powdered stuff, the powdered contouring and the powdered blush, and something I didn't do that much, but because it's a trial run, um, the highlighter, or what they call concealer. Somewhere along the line, somebody started using concealer as highlighter. It was really. I remember talking to the makeover consultant, and I referred to it as concealer, and she said, "What are you trying to conceal?" It's weird. Um, all right, so the eyes, I can definitely see. To. I need more work on the eyes. I need to figure out how to do that eyeliner better. See, this is falling off. Um, I have one of those. Screw it. Here, put it away. It's just gonna fall off. Um, I still need to figure out some way of getting the eyebrows. I don't want to. I don't want to cut my eyebrows or shave, do anything with my eyebrows because I want to go around as a guy. And the last time I did that, it looked funny for like what felt like 6 months. And people were asking, "What do you do? Why do you have that?" Um, so I have Mayron from that makeup consultant. She suggested uh, Mayron Pink Mayron Clown Pink liquidy cream to put over, and then I have Jecca Black's Seal and Block, one of which seals the eyebrow hair. It's just for this specific purpose. It's a solution because they cater to cross dressers and those people, that purpose in general. I mean, cross dressers and female impersonators, blah blah blah, transgender, whatever. Um, they they developed this product specifically because the glue stick technique, which had been popular, um, just seemed weird, and I tried it, and it didn't work very well. So they came up with a seal, which seals seals the eyebrow. But if you want a totally what looks like a flat eyebrow, you would use a block, which would flatten. You'd use it to flatten the eyebrow hairs. Um, there's a friend of mine. She said she thinks my eyebrows are fine as they are, or nearly fine as they are. But I think the eyebrows are one of the most feminizing or masculinizing aspects of the face. And if you don't have that right, I think it might throw off the whole thing. Now, I didn't do anything with my eyebrows here. Um, I think my look is pretty good. I like the way the contouring is still holding up, although, as I said before, the lighting is off. I mean, the lighting source. You'd have to see me in natural light. One thing I did was over like draw a little outside of my lips. The lip liner a little outside of my lips, and I know the technique of using darker lip liner than you use for the lips themselves. And then I also applied lip gloss, although you probably can't tell from this. Um, Other than that, it's the same effect. Again, about the eyes. Oh, I didn't use any eyeshadow. Um, that that I'd have to work on. Although I think been doing it pretty well. It's primarily the eyelashes. It's primarily this around here. I know I need to work on. I need to get, and I need to get better supplies and better technique. I haven't thrown anything for the most part. I haven't thrown any of my makeup away. I still have the ones that I don't use in my current routine. I mean that one that you've been seeing. Um, those ones I don't use for that. I put in a plastic bag, so I can easily get them out if need be. But I just wanted them out of the way because I have this organizer that somebody got me, um, and I labeled each compartment. It's basically a cabinet with drawers, and I labeled one for lips, one for eyes, and they're in order, da 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 da, all the way down, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Very organized because, especially when I think of doing something like this very quickly, I think of those moments, those scenes, those videos I've seen of people doing drag, and they need to get ready very very quickly. Um, I'm one for organization, so I have at the top, like top left, it's like primers and so forth, and then the top right I have brushes, and then below that I have just the first phase of the face, and then next side I think I have like lips, and then the next side is something, and then the next side over is eyes. You get the idea. Lips, eyes, whatever. Um, so this is a run through. This is not the human hair wig I have, but this is a nice wig. I like it. It's a lot thicker and a lot fuller. But I wondered if it looks too much noticeably like a wig. I don't think it looks that much. I mean, in contrast to my other two wigs, one's a short black croppy wig, and the other is a very curly black wig. But this is my second favorite. Well, this actually is my favorite. Um, the two of them are side by side. It's just that the human hair wig obviously has human hair, so it looks more natural and more realistic. But this one has a nice full look. Anyway, I wanted to say a few things just in general about this. That I've always been artistic, and I've enjoyed drawing. since I was a little kid, very little, like toddler age. And this is a natural outgrowth of that. It lets me utilize those skills and keep those skills up. They've been laying dormant for what seems like decades. Well, literally, it would be decades. The last time I drew would have been in high school, literally in high school, because I took art class and I would do other drawings. I would watch TV, and I remember I would sketch out architectural plans of TV shows. Um, and I remember I would draw very realistically. I would, even especially for that age, I would uh, draw portraits of the action figures I had. Like I would hold an action figure and I would um, at an angle as a model, and I would just draw. My technique would be that I would just start in a specific spot. Like I would pick some focal point where a lot of the other aspects of, like, for say I was drawing a Star Wars human action figure, I would pick like perhaps the chest or some prominent part where the other parts of the figure seem to jut out from. Maybe a chest or a waist belt or something. I would just start with that and then spread out from there. And I want to say that I knew somebody in high school, um, and this person, I was talking on the phone with this person, and um, I was talking about drawing, and I I I didn't know that this person enjoyed drawing too. So it felt nice that the person agreed. Like the person said, "You can, yeah, you just think about it and you start drawing it." And it was a nice, friendship bonding moment. Um, so uh, I'd like to ask for comments, like nice, constructive comments, but I don't know really if anybody's watching this, so I'll keep this up. It seems this upper lip may be a little too high. I don't know. I think in photos I've seen of female impersonators and people who do this style of it, they tend to have thicker lips, thicker upper and lower lips, so maybe that's normal. Um, in addition to the eyebrows, that same person, I think it was that same person, um, she said that my lips were pretty feminine already. So um, I just wanted, all right, I've seen myself obviously when I get dressed up, and I do a video dressed up, usually Saturdays. Um, I've felt uncomfortable because I can see partially a masculine face, a jaw and face. So that's what drew me to those photos, like Michaela's, for example. Or I remember Scarlet Business and a few other ones. Girl Talk with Paola, Paola. Um, I want to get to that level, particularly Michaela. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, he could walk into a bar and, like, nobody, he could walk, not that I condone this, but, like, it's like he could walk into a woman's bathroom probably and just nobody would bat an eye. It's amazing. Anyway, all right. I'll talk to you next time.